It was obviously the essential article that visited our local in the planetary social occasion from outside the planetary G. Together it moved excessively rapidly to at any point be bound to the sun. The outright first thing that we have seen is coming to us from interstellar space from better places. Individuals have been investigating space all through later many years, traditionally with ones that go visit the furthest finishes of the solar framework and pass to track down things that we can't with a standard telescope. The general thought is that these things exist there in space, and we basically need to keep on tracking down them. However, with the revelation of Oumuamua, all of that changed. The amazing guest from profound space has been inspected significantly over the beyond couple of weeks. This thing is basically a piece of another close by planetary framework that was ousted. However, the James Webb telescope has simply uncovered the principal genuine picture of the space monster, and it has uncovered things that nobody saw coming. Go along with us as we dig more profound into this picture and how the revelation of UI has impacted the world of science and space. UA is an odd and intriguing thing. No doubt it rose out of the profundities of room and made the whole world stop unexpectedly. When the article was affirmed, everybody needed to find out about it, since not at all like this had anything at any point been found before. This long stoga-formed guest showed up in our close-by planetary framework from a far-off space past our own. It is essentially an odd interstellar voyager, wandering through the limitlessness of space to pay us a concise visit. Its especially interesting appearance, which seems to be a thin stogie, or as I like to call it, an endless needle, makes it dissimilar to anything we have experienced before. This amazing disclosure was made on October 19, 2017, when the Container Stars 1 telescope in Hawaii explored the night sky and uncovered the presence of Oumuamua. It was an interesting occasion, as this obvious the first time space experts perceived an article starting from outside our planetary framework. Furthermore, considerably more insane was the way that it made it to the extent of our planetary framework and was going directly toward Earth. Oumuamua's astonishing appearance was perhaps of the best thing that had ever occurred, and it was significant to dig more profound into it, since it appeared as the way to opening the privileged insights of our immense environmental elements. That is the reason. A veritable picture of it is no joking matter, but an image isn't where they will stop. Scientists have made arrangements to use the renowned James Webb Space Telescope for concentrating on interstellar objects as they go through our close-by planetary framework. Being the first of its sort, the telescope's remarkable qualities lie in its capacity to assemble and examine infrared light, making it an essential device for this specific exploration. Prepared with very front-high goal and high responsiveness instruments, the Webb telescope has an unrivaled limit to see protests that are excessively old, far off, or faint for different telescopes to recognize this remarkable awareness and power set out a novel freedom for scientists to jump profoundly into the mysteries of interstellar objects, revealing their synthetic arrangement, position, and uncovering their physical substance. All of this is unbelievably testing to review from Earth if you simply take a gander at the items without really getting an exceptionally clear gander at them. The James Webb Space Telescope's exists bit of infrared cameras adds an extra layer of accuracy to the picture of interstellar articles. With its high-level innovation, the telescope can deliver complex subtleties portraying these fascinating heavenly guests as they adventure inside our observational reach. So regardless of whether you are not getting photographs that are in one piece, it can assemble hundreds, if not a great many pictures together to make one uber picture that has each and every detail you could at any point hope to see. Since it's equipped for catching the littlest and most sensitive parts of these interstellar articles, the Webb telescope empowers researchers to lead fundamental research and unwind the mysteries that lie concealed inside the profundities of the universe. But that's only the beginning. The Webb telescope indeed pushes the limits of examination by permitting researchers to investigate the profundities of space at scales and splendor levels that were previously unbelievable, opening up a domain of truly charming logical inquiries and broadening the cutoff points of our insight and comprehension of the universe. Consequently, they picked the James Webb Space Telescope over the Container Stars 1 telescope for this further examination. That doesn't mean that the Skillet Stars 1 telescope isn't incredible at what it does. Indeed, both are uncommon. The College of Hawaii's Pan-Ars 1 telescope remains as a significant cosmic instrument arranged at the culmination of Haka on the beautiful island of Maui, Hawaii. With its 1.8 m gap, this telescope plays a fundamental job in the aggressive Dish Stars project, a cooperative exertion including regarded establishments, for example the College of Hawaii Foundation for Stargazing, MIT Lincoln Lab, Maui Elite Execution Figuring Center, and Science Application Worldwide Company. At its center, the Pan-STAR 1 telescope is entrusted with studying the sky for transient divine items, like space rocks and comets, and mapping the planetary framework in surprising subtlety. Its wide-field imaging capacities and cutting-edge innovation make it an important resource in the journey to investigate and comprehend the universe. The telescope is intended for wide-field galactic imaging, offering a comprehensive perspective on space. Its essential mission is to lead exhaustive studies of the night sky, catching the quality of heavenly objects and optical frequencies from far-off systems, and turning nebulae to approaching comets and space rocks. The telescope vigorously scans the universe, reporting the marvels that populate our immense universe. To manage the titanic volume of information gathered during these studies, the Pan-Ars 1 telescope depends on the refined PS1 picture handling pipeline. This high-level programming naturally processes and investigates massive measures of observational information, extracting important bits of knowledge and enabling space experts to make earth-shattering disclosures. The force of cutting-edge calculations and computational strategies meets up to assume a basic part in uncovering the secrets inside the countless divine pictures caught by Dish Stars 1. Quite possibly of the most amazing elements of the Dish Stars 1 telescope is its commitment to the Dish Stars Close-to-Earth object overview. This aggressive undertaking centers around efficiently examining the whole sky north of declination short 47.5 due ceaselessly looking for close-to objects that could represent a likely danger to our planet. It was the one to find Oumuamua at first. Specialists were totally certain, conceivably unintentionally, that an oncoming space rock was going toward Earth when it was first recognized circling the Sun. The underlying supposition was that it was a standard space rock with no assurance. This is frequently the case with different unidentified space objects. Its appearance and conduct appear steady with that gathering, leading space experts to group it as such later. All it showed up as an odd stone jumping through the planetary framework, a normal sight in enormous perceptions. However, as researchers began to process and break down the information gathered from Oumuamua, it quickly turned out to be evident that this interstellar voyager was everything except standard. Its remarkable qualities defied basic characterization, prompting researchers to reevaluate their underlying suspicions. Not at all like ordinary space rocks, which displayed standout highlights that put it aside from any heavenly item previously noticed. Maybe the most striking part of UA was its prolonged shape, looking like a thin stogie or a gigantic needle rather than the adjusted structure regularly related to space rocks. The uncommon morphology challenged existing models of heavenly article arrangement and advancement, bringing up issues about the cycles answerable for molding Oumuamua's structure. In spite of its lengthened shape and fast revolution, Oumuamua showed strange brilliance variations as it gone through space, recommending heterogeneity in its surface arrangement or reflectivity. These progressions in brilliance furnished cosmologists with basic bits of knowledge into Oumuamua's arrangement and actual properties, offering tempting pieces of information about its interstellar starting points. As researchers dove further into the examination of Oumuamua's information, they uncovered extra abnormalities that challenged conventional clarifications. Its direction through our planetary group veered off from the ordinary ways of comets and space rocks, recommending an intricate interchange of gravitational powers and different elements at play. The disclosure of Oumuamua touched off extraordinary logical conversation and theory, with specialists proposing different hypotheses to make sense of its stupefy elements. Some recommended that Oumuamua could be a part shot out from a bigger body in a far-off star framework, while others proposed flowing powers as the system behind its extended shape. Regardless of these proposed clarifications, vulnerabilities regarding Oumuamua's real essence persevered, featuring the requirement for additional examination and understanding. The article's cons section through our nearby planet group gave an uncommon and entrancing and open door for cosmologists to concentrate on an interstellar guest very close, contribution significant bits of knowledge into the idea of articles starting from past our own sun-based framework. In the years since Oumuamua's discovery, specialists have proceeded to examine the information gathered during its visit, looking for signs that could uncover data about its beginnings and qualities. The continuous investigation of Oumuamua's history fills and as a test to the getting through interest of the logical local area and the extraordinary potential for disclosure that looks for us in the universe. As we endeavor to unwind the novel secrets of Oumuamua and other interstellar objects, we gain a more profound comprehension of the intricate processes forming our universe. Each new revelation carries us closer to opening the mysteries of our immense beginnings and the rich embroidery of divine peculiarities that populate the universe. Following Oumuamua discovery, space experts have expanded endeavors to distinguish and study interstellar articles, perceiving their importance for propelling our comprehension of the universe. The looming dispatch of the James Webb Space Telescope vows to change our capacity to notice and study far-off divine bodies, opening new boondocks in the investigation of the universe. The criticalness of the circumstance was highlighted by Oumuamua's fast speed through our planetary group. There isn't a moment to spare, and researchers confronted a considerable test. They had a critical 11 days to assemble as much information as conceivable about this tricky guest before it turned out to be excessively far off to concentrate further. As time passes, the valuable chance to gather information reduced, underlining the requirement for quick and successful examination. The pressure was mounting, realizing that any postponement would potentially endanger our comprehension of this extraordinary article. Once Oumuamua left the nearby planet group, there probably won't be one more opportunity to assemble the data again. This was a novel open door to assemble each accessible researcher and instrument to accumulate information and study it seriously. However, getting a wealth of information didn't be guaranteed to bring clearness and disperse the disarray encompassing this mysterious item. As the subtleties emerged, the secret encompassing Oumuamua just developed.